trouble and wanton killings are escalating on the Plateau in Nigeria. In fresh attacks, gunmen killed more than 100 persons in some communities in Kanam and Wase local government areas of Plateau State in north-central Nigeria. In the same vein, some Haida militiamen destroyed a 15-hectare banana and plantain farm in Riyom Local Government Area of the state. Let's share the story by TVC News Funam Joshua with you.
It is estimated that more than 300 people have lost their lives as a result of a slow and steady incursion of suspected bandits into forest around some communities in Plateau State in recent times. Despite several efforts by the authorities to put an end to it, the attackers seems to be winning as they keep unleashing mayhem on defenseless victims at each instance. Communities in Miangu, Riyom, Berkiladi, Mangu, and most recently in Kanam and Wase Council areas have suffered casualties in attacks suspected to be masterminded by Haida militiamen. The death toll of recent attacks and killings in more than 5 communities in Kanam and Wase Council areas has risen to over 175 people and is still counting at the moment. While the state is still mourning these unpleasant events, a local farmer Monday morning woke up to find his only fertile surviving 15-hectare banana and plantain plantation destroyed by these marauders in a village in Riyom Council area of the state. Our crew went to the farm and saw the damage caused.
You can see behind me the ripe plantain and bananas. They harvested it, and the ones that were not yet ripe for harvest, they will fell it down like this one behind me and then feed their cows with. At night they will come and dig. You can see that Irish potatoes were here. They've all dug it out and went away with it.
Stephanus Gang is the current senator representing Plateau North at the Red Chambers. He and Amos Gizo, a seasoned politician in the state, share their thoughts on the recent acts of terror being witnessed.
This is the war that Nigeria is facing now. Internal security is the main war that Nigeria is facing now. So the entire security, the capacity of the Nigerian military should be deployed fully. Every equipment that we have that will silence these people once and for all should be deployed.
We had requested that government should be able to secure our borders by putting in security operatives around the borders.
Despite several efforts from the local, state and federal government to put an end to this recurring situation, the local farmers say they are yet to record any positive result from that action. They are calling on the international community to come to their rescue before it will be too late for them. Funam Joshua, TVC News, Kuru.
It is very sad that I don't know where these militias, where they are from, where these headers are from. I don't know, but the only thing that in recent times in this just Plateau, just the Riyom Local Government, all this back in the day, well, life is like British and cheap there now.
You know,
people just sleep and wake up.
One of the most animalistic killing of people in recent times had to do with the attack on this Wase and Kanam local governments. You heard the reporter saying that at the last count, 175 people. Yes. In recent times, that is the worst. It's such a shame that
this country,
we are people are not even talking about. Yes, when they first died, when they first attacked them, they were talking about 60-something, this and that. But
cumulatively,
in the days after the attack, some people had their corpses retrieved in the forest, you know, in those bushes in the area. So now they've seen that more than 175 people have died. It is
unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. It's just terrible to bear this kind of bloodletting in a country. And that's just two local governments. Two local governments. In the same country, Europeans get killed, just a few of them, we will be making noise about it on social media. With some of us, we use their pictures, you know. But in our own country, people get killed. It's no longer news to us. It's not breaking news. Nobody has resigned because he has proven incompetent to protect the people. And that these killers continually attack some communities in Plateau State, and we are unable to stop them. They are ruining the lives of farmers.
And they will spend most of these attacks, they spend hours.
When you destroy people's means of livelihood in this manner, it leads to hatred, and the fighting will not stop. Because you destroy their lives.
Okay, look at the mass grave dog now.
Yes.
They'll just throw human being there.
That's why they bury. Because by the time they come into the to begin to sort out people, by merely look, some of them will have been burnt beyond recognition. So in the end, it's the mass grave that we have to resort to. How do you begin to give each person his own dead brother or dead? In some cases, they even wiped out an entire family. So 175, and look, I warn people that look, this thing really has nothing to do with religion. 90% of the people killed, more than 90% of the people killed in this Kanam and Wase are Muslims, because they are local governments dominated by Muslims, Wase especially. So the people killed them. We assume that those people are they are Muslim. I've said it repeatedly. This band of rampaging killers, you can't pin them to a religion.
Are godless.
They may be answering maybe Muslim name, but that doesn't make them Muslim. A lot of them are idol worshippers. So it's just terrible. Mr. President complained that about the security agencies, that look, we are not doing enough in spite of the logistics provided. I think that it's becoming clear now that there's a lot more that we need to do in the area of security. And I've advised the president, if people are not doing what you gave them a job to do, you need to wield the big stick. Don't just complain. Don't complain. Go ahead and do what is right. Elsewhere, they resign when it is clear that they have failed. We know they will not resign in Nigeria. In Sri Lanka, when that terrorist attack was launched, somebody decided to resign. In our country, it doesn't happen. But you, who gave them the job, you have the right to send them packing.
And see what they did to their farmlands. See what they did.
See, I don't want to. I mean, people have died. Terrible and all that. I want to focus more on the economic aspect of it. You and I know that food is expensive now in the market. We also know that do you know that I have a friend in the north who has 1,000-acre farmland of cotton. He doesn't go to the farm anymore because he's afraid he will be killed.
They'll kidnap him.
Nigeria cotton was what was taken to Egypt to start their cotton plantations there. I'm talking about the high grade, the quality of Nigeria's cotton. That is all but gone now. Now imagine if that was going on. We have the cotton ginning machines, then the textile industry, which is the largest employer of labor, will continue. It will have the raw materials.
Back then.
Going to that. That is gone now. Then food that we need. I hope you've taken oranges lately in Lagos. When you take it, you hardly find juice in it. It's just, and then the prices.
And they are wasting away as well.
Yes. And the price, just one, they tell you 50 naira.
It's 50 naira.
And there's nothing you can do about it. So, my concern is that government needs to understand the place of security in the economy of this country. If we don't pay attention to that, and then unfortunately for us, this same government that is unable to secure the lives of people is raising tariffs. You are raising VAT from 5% to 7.5%. People whose economy is not really working. Do you understand? Was it last week that the customs is raising waging levy on imported used vehicles?
They went on strike.
Do you understand? So all these things, it doesn't show that people who are running this country, even on that, they can make the connect between security and the economy of this country. I was excited when General Buhari said security, economy are his focus, because they come together. But I can see that there's no connect between the two from the performance of this government.
Julie, how do we stop this kind of bloodletting now? These are not bandits. These are not Boko Haram guys. Most are
bandits. They are bandits because they kidnapped more than 70 people in those communities. They are bandits. Let no one deceive themselves. They are not terrorists. They are bandits. That is, their modus operandi clearly fits the definition of banditry. And I have asked questions about the killings in those two communities, Kanam and Wase. These are bandits. Yes. But bandits also kill people. Especially when you try to resist them. Dogo Gide and his people, Turuji and his people, they are bandits. But if villagers stand up to them, they kill them. That doesn't mean they are no longer, because they've killed people, that doesn't mean they are no longer bandits. Armed robbers kill people. But you can't call an armed robber a terrorist. His mission is different. His idiosyncrasies are different. So they came and they kidnap people. Kidnap people, steal people's things, rustle people's cattle. That's banditry. But they also apply some level of terror so that you will not stand in their way.
Still fair.
So that you will not stand in their way. And those areas, there's little or no security presence. Even when you send for
hours,
yes, they will not get there. The roads are bad. I've been to when I went to interview those bandits back then, I think December 2018 or so. I talked about an 18-kilometer road that we passed through for more than 2 hours. Just 18 kilometers.
18 kilometers.
18 kilometers.
For more than 2 hours.
Why? Because of the very poor state of the road.
Kilometers.
And that was a community that bandits attacked. It's a border community with Zamfara State in Katsina, in Kankara Local Government. The bandits attacked. Now, if they were to come and rescue the villagers, once they have finished their killing spree, before security people get there, because the place could not be accessed easily by road. This is the same thing that we are seeing here. These killers, these bandits don't go to urban centers. It's those villages that they go to.
We have time to concentrate and operate.
Because they don't want to be restrained. They don't want to be stopped.
Yes.
But once they go to those places, they operate for hours and
without
they kill people
detected.
and then they will then leave. So we've got to secure our people better. Many more people are giving up on Nigeria, giving up on the country because of the problem of insecurity. Many people are leaving the country on account of this. So we've got to do better than we are doing.
As a result of this insecurity, if you know the number of our children going to seek asylum, people that are not even close to where these bandits are and Boko Haram, where you have them, they go everywhere in the world now seeking asylum, saying Nigeria is not safe. What's the narrative? The Ukrainian-Russian war. You remember Nigerians who wanted they want to go and fight for Ukraine. You recall there was somebody, I think it was in Heathrow Airport, the last 3 or 4 weeks. They apprehended him, and I think it looks like they were going to deport him. He jumped and died, killed himself.
Prefer to die
than
come back
to Nigeria. It's that terrible.
You know, and I think
the pains, the agony,
yes,
their faces.
The government needs to fully understand. But I'm beginning to be thinking now: is it just pounding them with bullets and ammunition and that? Shouldn't there be another way of engaging? I'm looking at what President Yar'Adua did with so-called amnesty for Niger Delta, and that gave us some dividends. Maybe we need to be, looking at issues like this so that it's not just bringing to Kanu or whatever is and hitting people, but actually finding a way to understand. Maybe we need to call the human GPS, Sheikh Gumi, and say, wait a minute. Those guys.
Yeah, everyone said he will not talk.
You said that.
Consider this days.
Because the things he was saying, maybe we need to sit down with him. Well, at least Professor Usman is talking. Maybe that one should be engaged.
Usman traveled with him to see those bandits.
Yeah, that's right.
The truth is, a lot of those guys, the bandits themselves, were victims of cattle rustling.
Yeah.
Some of them had several heads of cattle, and they lost everything in one day. Mm-hmm. So this now, they are avenging the wickedness meted out to them on people. Mm. And because the security agencies failed to do the needful. In fact, they told me back then when I interviewed them that they will report to the police. Instead, police would detain they that reported. Hmm. So they got frustrated and said, okay, we will now begin to kidnap people.
The state, yeah.
We too will join them since we can't beat them. That's how a lot of them too now became cattle rustlers. You were a victim of cattle rustling, then you too suddenly took to cattle rustling.